Hello, my name is Starlight. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and I'm reaching out to all of you beautiful souls out there. I hope you were able to get out in nature somewhere, I know, for the whole month of July, it's been one of those months. I don't know how it is in your area, it's like chances of rain almost every day, but that doesn't stop Starlight. So I didn't even look at the weather today. I went out and I'm like, well, the clouds do look like they're out today, and I know the sun is out there somewhere, but where is the sun? And it did come out, and I'm like, because I asked the sun, I'm like, sunshine, where are you? Starlight would love you to come out today and play, and it did. So I am a nut, a good kind of healthy nut though. So anyway, the sun did come out, and I don't know what the weather has been like out in your area, but I am not complaining. I don't see no snow, and I love the snow anyway. It's just that in my, I get surrounded by people all the time that complain about the snow, or if it's not the snow, it's the rain, and if it's not the rain, it's the sun. So anyway, I've lived in New York almost my whole life. And if I didn't really like it, I can always move, and go to an area, that might not have snow or whatever. So anyway, I really love you all, and I have a different kind of video. I don't know how this is going to work out, but hey, I'm out here. I'm doing it. So anyway, I do apologize. The last 3 days, Starlight has been having computer issues. It just has been one of those things lately. The last 3 days, either my internet or the editing software that I'm using, I really don't know what it is. I had to go to the library last night, and I found out, the same problem was happening, and I thought it was my internet here. So that's why things have been behind a little bit. And so anyway, I do want to reach out to all of you and make sure, you're being kind to yourself as always. And I hope you are working on yourself and trying to be that change that you want to see out in the world, because, we can't wait for this person and that person, guys and women, that are out there trying to help the planet out. There's lots of people out there that they really care, and they are doing things to try to see that, make this world a better place to live for our families, for our kids, for our grandkids. I hope you're on the same page with me on that. Do you have kids? No? Why not? No, just kidding. Do you have grandkids? So if you got kids, and even if you didn't have kids, do you like the way this world is? And if you say yes, I don't know what to tell you on that. Whoops, this is always opposite here. So anyway, I really love you all, and I hope you're working on yourself, trying, or like I am. I'm not trying, I am being that change that I want to see in the world. And I just had a lady at a park the other day, because, I volunteered and swept out this this thing out in the park where I just recently found this beautiful thing that's out there. I don't know what they're called. I forget the name of it, but it's or I can't word it right. It's Uncle Sam's Memorial, and that is interesting. It's in Troy, New York. It is so funny. It's just like the universe guided me to go to that park, and I just was learning my way around the park, and I found this spot where it's the Uncle Sam's Memorial, and it's a platform, with a roof on there. It's a 8-sided octagon that is on a hill, and it overlooks the city of Troy. And people have trashed the platform there. You know, it's a 8-sided octagon, and I've been researching so many things about Uncle Sam and what it's like to be a leader and all this interesting. And I've been doing numerology, trying to figure out the numbers of the octagon shape that this, you know, and then I realized, you know, this octagon is uneven. You know, I was researching that this afternoon. I spent most of my morning there studying about leadership. You know, like men leaders and women. There's men leaders and women leaders out there in the world, and we need them. We do. We need people that care and to help us out through on our life journey here. And I'm on a spiritual journey, and I do have a mentor. You know, so I am a leader, not a follower, though. You know, even though I have a mentor that's teaching me. You know, so anyway, I just wanted to bring this in. I'm like, I have been learning a lot about this stuff. So you know, I took a whole bunch of pictures today about this topic, you know, all the things that are, you know, like on this platform there. I can't word the name of what this thing is. But it is beautiful, and it kind of sucks, though, that people did go in there and destroy, rip things down, rip plagues off, I think. Wait, not plagues. A plaque, I think that's how you word it, for Uncle Sam, you know. And I didn't even know that. Here it's only like, you know, 20 minutes away from where I live. And I'm like, really? You got to be kidding me, you know? So this is really awesome, the things that I'm learning now about. So anyway, I don't want to bore you all, but maybe you're interested in that stuff anyway. But it's a little share and tell before I start this video. But anyway, now I'm ready to get going. And if you are new to my YouTube channel, you can find me on YouTube, and that is Starlight, and that's Kathy with a K, Dingman. Plus, you can give this video a thumbs up, and you could share my video with a friend, family, a black cat, maybe, a dog, you know, any kind of pet. You know, you can also, oopsie, push the notification bell. You can leave a message down below this video, that is. And if you want, or you can follow me on Instagram, and that is at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook at Kathy with a K, Dingman, Starlight. So anyway, tonight's topic, because it is nighttime here, and I got the butterflies background here tonight for this topic. I'm always like, what background? What clothes? Well, these were not really what I was going to wear. I actually went out and did some fun things, so I am actually wearing a skirt. I love to dress up, and I've been like, hey, you know what? I want to wear a skirt. I love wearing skirts, so I'll just show you really quick. But it's just a black. Whoops, sorry, my head got chopped off. A nice short skirt, not too short though. You know, being a female, you do have to, sometimes you might have to, you know, if you drop something, you gotta pick it up. And so anyway, tonight I have been thinking about a topic, and it's about, whoops, I gotta fix something here. It's about, like, this is a box. See, this is a beautiful box. And the thing about this box is, hang on, I gotta fix this. I was trying to figure out how I was going to do this. Is a lot of times, you know, like, here's a beautiful, I love this material. I fell in love because I love silver. I love all the colors, but I'm a silver fan. Here's a silver box, and it is beautiful, isn't it? Isn't that beautiful? It's got a lot of multi-colors in there. You can't really tell, but there's a lot of wrapping paper that people sell, and I love this color. And anyway, with this box, there's a lot of people that are, like inside this box, where my whole life I'm like, I don't want to be inside the box. Why be inside the box when you got all this space? Look at all this space around the box, and then they have that statement of think outside the box, and Starlight, I always thought I was outside the box, and then it is kind of funny how I have two boxes here. And so, and I'm going to bring some things up. I'm really new at this. I'm winging this. Is, you know, um, some people are in this box, and this is what the government, like we are in the matrix, a virtual reality. Some of you don't believe this stuff, but hey, hopefully one day you will. A lot of people believe they think it's a movie, the documentary of the Matrix, and they think, that's just a movie. But you know how many movies and cartoons, they make these to help people to wake up to the real truth that is really going on, because a lot of people are blinded. I wish I had my things, like to put one of those on me. I have one of those things that you put on if it's too light out in the daytime and you want to cover your eyes, so that is the whole thing, is the matrix. These two eyes really deceive you. It's the third eye that you really want to open up, so you can actually really see what the heck is going on. And there's different ways that people wake up, like I know there's certain drugs out there, that if you did certain drugs out there, whether they're illegal or legal, we'll start with the legal drug, marijuana. Marijuana has a way, I'm sorry, my hair, I'm not going to get this right here, sorry, I'm having like a hair crisis here. But, I did it anyway, with marijuana, when I smoked it a long time ago, I started 3 days after I left my mom and dad's house. Here I was not even 16 at that point, and that's how quick everything happened is, boom, like there I was smoking a joint. So I have smoked marijuana my whole life, from 16 years, almost 16, all the way up until last year sometime. And I quit, and then I started up a little bit, and then I really, 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 really quit. So, so I've been clean from that. I don't plan on smoking it anymore. And, but, when I did smoke it, it did wake me up. It did. It actually helped me. It gave me answers it's like getting wisdom from, like an herb. And, I always thought that's why they didn't want us to smoke it, is because it really will. It will wake you up to the truth in life. And there's some people that, may never have had marijuana and never tried it, and they're afraid of it or whatever. And that's okay. It is not for everyone. So a lot of people, and through this world are in this little box right here. And, like the government and the school and even your mom and dad, your mom and dad, they were brainwashed to believe in certain things. And, they have certain beliefs that they were brainwashed by their parents, and then their parents, and their parents and their parents before their parents, all the way through history has been brainwashed to believe in certain ways, whether they believe in God or whether, whether they're an atheist, whether they went to church or not. And then the school system, right along with the government, you've been brainwashed by what you've been taught through the school system or the government or what you watch on the news. Like when COVID came out, wow, didn't that wake you up? It really got my attention, I'll tell you that. I believe nobody's the same after COVID. Are you the same after COVID? Do you think the same way after COVID? Not Starlight. That totally switched everything around. It was like a switch that came on when that, and I did make a video how COVID did change Starlight's life. It really did, and so anyway, a lot of people are in this box, And, you know, like sometimes, you know, like when you get at a certain age, you kind of like think that you're waking up. And so you do, you get out of the box and shing, you know, you're thinking, oh, okay, you know, here you are on this box thinking, oh yeah, I'm doing really good here. And we are all stars. That's why I have this star here, is that we are made out of stardust, and that's where starlight comes from. I am a star collector. It's funny. My mom's an angel collector. It's so funny. And I'm into moons too, besides butterflies back here. So yeah, then we're going around and we think we got it, you know, we think we figured it out, you know, like how to live in this matrix, in this world that you think is, you know, you might think, you know, it's not the matrix. You might think, this is all real, you know, I like this box, I'm touching it, I can feel it, I can feel the smoothness and all that stuff, and I can hear my voice. This is real, you know, and so, you know, like, and I want you to really think outside the box here. So anyway, and they go along in their life, you know, and so this is one box. I'm just going to switch things around. I didn't think of this ahead of time. I do want you to see all this starlight. It's funny, I even have, so there's the one box that you have there, that you're free, you know, you got a job, you know, you might have a girlfriend, you know, maybe even kids, whoops, and a family, and you're like, yeah, I'm understanding. You know, you might even go to college where, you know, you think that, hey, I'm doing good, you know, financially and stuff like that or whatever. And then, let's see here. I got to get this right. So then here's another box, okay? So here's sorry, this is just a little bit, this is another box that a lot of people get put into, and this is religion, you know, where people go to church, you know, and so this is the way the matrix kind of keeps you in a box. So we're going to actually, I'm going to flip this baby around now. Now, this is one kind of a box that the matrix, well, the government and the people that run this world, they keep you in that box, and, you know, like you're in that box, but you know, you got all that information from your mom and dad, and but, you know, you only got that little bit of space in there, you know, with all the belief systems that you have, and what the school taught you, and, you know, the college, you know, and all that. So you're inside that little box, you know, thinking, hey, this is pretty good, you know, I'm in this, but you don't know you're in the box. That's the problem. And when you're in that box, you can't see, right? That star can't see. If it had eyes, it wouldn't be able to see anything, you know, and really, if you were saying like a person, like, you won't be able to see, you'll be in the dark in that box. And now here's another box. So now you go through life and you're questioning things. You're like, you know, and then you get introduced to going to church. So here you are in the church, and then you, like Starlight went through this, then, you know, you get taught that you have to get saved, or you're going to go to hell. You're going to burn in hell if you don't get saved. You know, you better repent of your sins, or you're going to burn in hell forever, for eternity. And you're like, you know, that does not really sound like where I want to go, you know. And Starlight got saved, you know, in 95 because of a close friend at those years in 95 passed away. He had a wife and 3 kids, you know, and I thought he was a good guy, not that he was perfect, you know, and he had, you know, like his family and stuff, not that they were perfect or anything. And when he passed away, it was a big wake-up call for me. And before, you know, this is where Starlight was, you know, I thought I was doing, you know, like I can't say I thought I was doing good. I was not doing good when I was in this box. I didn't even have, I never even made it to, you know, like high school. But, you know, I was in this little box wondering how come I can't get anywhere in life. what the heck is going on? And then, so then I got, learned about, Jesus, and I got saved. And then in 95, I started going to church. So, and then I got out of this box, and I was like, wow, now this is a smaller box than that one, where I was like, wow, look at me. I'm a Christian now. I actually believe in God, and so now I'm learning how to be a good mom and how to be, a good wife, and I'm learning about the Bible. I'm learning what the Bible says. I'm even learning verses in the Bible, and learning the do's and don'ts as a Christian. Going to church all the time. Starlight was so faithful, and then where I'm actually learning that that old things become past, and behold, all things become new. And I was born again, and I'm born again. I'm so excited, and my life actually is getting better because now I'm learning that I am learning about things that I was doing was wrong. Maybe listening to wrong music, wearing the wrong kind of clothes, woo, Starlight, what the heck are you wearing you're wearing that out on the street corner? Just kidding. But Starlight was not, I loved my body. I was really showing it off all the time. And I was learning, that's why I was attracting the wrong kind of, the wrong kind of men, is because, I didn't know any better, so I drew in the wrong kind of guys, because they were just lusting after Starlight. They weren't in love with Starlight like Starlight was hoping, so I did learn, and then I started changing my clothes and wearing pretty clothes, beautiful flowery dresses, and I was working, going to church faithfully, getting involved, and I was learning how to be a good mom and all that. But I didn't realize that was just another box that Starlight got put into. So there I was. I thought I had another box. So I'm going to have to, I thought there was 3 boxes to this. So now, so we're going to pretend that there's 3, closed boxes. I wish this one was smaller, so I'm going to reuse this one again. So we're going to pretend this is the 3rd box. 3 boxes inside of each other. This is how this set came. So I really, I kind of goofed up on this. I didn't realize it until I started looking for the boxes, because I put things in these boxes. So now this is another box that people go into, in a way. But this is a different kind of box. So after Starlight went to church, I woke up and got out of that box, out of the church, and so actually this works out good. I'm trying to think how to do this. So now Starlight is learning about spirituality, and this is where there's no box. Whoops. Is now, okay, because I'm learning about spirituality, I'm learning about things that my mommy didn't teach me, or my dad, or the public school system, or the government. They didn't teach me any of this, And the churches really didn't teach Starlight this either, not to the level that I'm learning now. So now, Starlight's not in a box anymore. Starlight is free. She's a happy little star right now. And I'm learning about the universe. And I knew that, the churches did not teach me this. That I was learning it all on my own. And is that I didn't have all the pieces together. You get a puzzle, and sometimes pieces are missing and you're like, huh, this doesn't make sense. Why is this happening? Why is that happening? Or this happening, that happening, or whatever. And so now Starlight is now she is thinking outside the box, where she is free now. She is free, like I am free from the church, like this is from all their beliefs and like how they kept me in this box, and I'm free, from the stuff that I didn't really learn a lot in school, so I kind of got protected in that way. I complained so much in school. I was a little leader in my class. I was like standing up for our rights in class. I was speaking out. Starlight really didn't have a voice, but man, when you got her upset, she did. And especially in school, not at home so much, but man, I did in school. My teacher actually just let me say what I needed to say in the class. I was standing up for our rights because they separated us from all the other kids. They said that I was special, being in that special class, and but I was being called a retard the whole time, at home and at school. So I never felt special in school, not at all. So I was in the box, like throughout my time, like from being born all the way up and, till recently is, 2017, is when my whole world turned around, when I really decided that I needed to get healed, from all the past trauma that I've been in, that I've endured, from before I was born, all the way through life, and whether it was through family or like through school, or like or relationships with men, past relationships I shipped, not so now I am out of, like there's nothing in this box right now. It's an empty box, so I don't want to be in this box, and I don't want to be in that box, because you can't see anything inside that box, and you need to think outside the box, and really, a lot of you might not understand a lot of things that are going on in the world, and really when it comes like to the matrix, a lot of people, they are in one of these boxes, one of these, there's, that's how the matrix has all this set up, is, they just, you start off in this box, this is the box with the, like it's the foundation box when you're, your parents, what they told you and what they've been told, and, the school system and what, like the government, what the news people says, or say, and then, religion goes inside of there, so it's like, you think you're free and you get out of one box, but then there's this other box, it's like, that's why I wish I had 3 boxes, is because then there would have been 3 things that I could have talked about on this topic, but Starlight is no longer in any of these boxes anymore, I am free. And that's where Starlight comes from, is she's a free little star right now. And I am working on becoming my greatest version of myself, being that change, that I want to see in the world, being that leader that, like that's where I am now, is to learn how to be a leader, to help people, with my wisdom and knowledge that I have. And, I've learned a lot of stuff from 2017 all the way to now, so now, I'm wiser and I have lots to learn still. So I don't have all the answers, but really you want to think outside the box. You don't want to be inside any of these boxes, really. You need to, sometimes, we've been, all of us have been programmed to believe in certain ways, And religion will keep you in that box. You know, they'll get you believing that that is the rest of your, you know, I do know people right now, you know, they think, you know, because they are programmed, brainwashed in the church system, thinking that they have to go to church, you know. So it is really sad that this happens to people that, you know, there's some churches out there that if you dare to miss one day, you know, of going to church, you know, you're going to hear about it. That pastor is going to preach right directly to you, to control you, to keep you in that box. That's what they want. They want to keep you right in this box, you know, so they can get your money, ding, or your service. You know, you're serving Jesus. You know, they use all this stuff. Starlight knows their little tricks. You know, even when Christmas came, it was like, yeah, give, you know, bring money in, you know, to us, and it's for Jesus. You know, they will use Jesus' name all the time in the church. You know, not all of them, you know, because there's different kind of churches out there. You know, what would Jesus do? You know, people use that in the church. What would, you know, would Jesus do? And then, you know, while you're in there, you're thinking, the pastor's doing what? Yo, pastor, what would Jesus do? You know? So these are all little traps, really, these boxes here. I'm not going to be able to open that up. I'm not even going to bother trying. Is, you know, these are traps that they have in a matrix that we think that you're inside this box and you're thinking that you're doing really great. I thought I was doing really great the year 2000. I thought, hey, you know, I brought like 50 kids to church, you know, and, you know, for vacation Bible school. Nobody told me to do that. I got to use the vehicle, the van at the church. You know, I was putting my own money in the van. You know, the pastor didn't give me money for the van. It was Starlight's money. I put my own working money into that van, and I went out knocking on doors, dragged my kids everywhere, trying to get all these kids to bring them to church. And you know, if I'd known that, you know, now, you know, I got all these kids, you know, I thought I was doing great. I was still single though, you know, still waiting for that one to walk in the door, you know, and that's when everything kind of went flopped upside down. Is when you're really up there thinking that you're doing good, then, you know, they say the devil comes along, which really is kind of funny. As I was learning, is that, you know, they say you can't look at God in the face because, you know, like he's so bright, you know, you would go blind if you really got to see his face. And, you know, so I was taught like a long time ago about somebody said something to me, you know, because they were studying a lot about the Bible and read a lot of books, you know, and I now I actually understand. If you had a point, is like, if God is facing you, then it would be like, I'm going to scoot up here. I don't know how I'm going to do this. So, so say if I am God and I am a God, you know, I am one of his children, you know, you know, it says in the Bible, it's so funny how many verses, and, you know, but churches don't want you to really see this stuff. They don't really, some of them don't want you to study the Word of God because you might find out stuff. Not saying that it's all 100%, and not all the pieces of the Bible is there anyway. But say if I was God, right? Of course, you guys are already blinded. So this is God, you know, and everybody thinks that God does good things, you know. I'm just going to word it that way, that God is like, you know, like a little genie that comes out of the box. Oh, God, please give me this, and God, give me that. Please help me here. Please help, you know. So there's a lot of people that get angry with God because God doesn't jump like a genie out of the box and like, my wish is your wish is my command. Pew! Oh, thank you, God. You know, because if it was that way, you know, would we learn anything, really? If you were praying for something one day, and then you're like, wow, God, thank you. You know, like, I got this, you know, like, you know, thank you so much. You know, you wouldn't learn anything, and then you'd be like, and it would wear off, you know, and then you would forget all about it, and then something bad comes in your life again, and then you're like, oh, oh yeah, I remember now because, you forgot all about who helped you out before, and then you go live like the devil, and then you forget all about, and then you start doing all these negative things or bad things or whatever you want to word it. And then, some horrible stuff happens because of the stuff that you're doing that's causing all this stuff to happen, because you're not really having a relationship with God. You're like, you just kind of took what you wanted from God, and then you just went and did your own thing, and, and then you're like, and then bad things happen because you weren't even having a relationship with God in the first place, and now you got yourself in some trouble, because you weren't even reading God's word. You weren't even practicing what God's word said. Thou shalt not do this, thou shalt not do that, but you're doing all this stuff and forgetting about God and not even doing it, not worshiping God, not praying to God, not loving God, not trying to seek his face instead of his hands. A lot of people, that's what they do, is seek his hands and not his face, and of course you cannot see his face, you would be blind. But imagine that here I am, God, right? So this is all half of positivity, all the positivity stuff. But then, if you get God angry, whoops, and he turns his back, because when people turn their back on you, so here we go. So now, this would be, say if I had another face on the backside of me, well, that could be, because we're supposed to have the negative and positive in us, that could be the side of the devil, and I'm not sure Satan or the devil, where now, you're going to see God's back. So it is kind of weird how, God could have both, everybody wants to see God as just this good spirit, like this, like I'm always thinking of just a bright light, really, like starlight, like a star. We're made out of stardust, but the universe. So like if God turned his back on you, man, so there's people that think that when bad things happen, oh, the devil did it, well, God created everything, and just because something bad happens to you, I got this my whole life because I was brainwashed to believe all this stuff, is that, oh, the devil did it, the devil caused this to happen to me. And, I really found out, and it took me a long time to realize that really I'm the one that creates my reality. And we have a habit of either pointing at other, our fingers at other. I'm guilty. I have been guilty, put it this way. I am correcting a lot of things in my life. I am working on myself every day. I am a work in progress. Believe me, I am not perfect, but I am working on myself, and I am not trying to, I'm not trying to be better than you. I am trying to be better than me, the way I was yesterday. If I did something yesterday that wasn't right in my heart, let me think. What did I do yesterday that was wrong? There's a thing. I shouldn't have done that, or I should have done that kind of thing. Well, now today is a new day. Now I can, instead of repeating what I should have done or shouldn't have done yesterday, now today is a different day where, okay, I'm not going to do that today. Yes, I did that yesterday, or I didn't do that yesterday, and today is a new day. When I wake up, I am grateful. It's a new day. Today is a new day. I don't have to, forget about yesterday. So you really do. You have to really question everything, and I did have a video about that, is just because something bad, you think that it's bad, that it happened to you, when COVID came, I thought that was pretty bad, but you know what, when that COVID came, it disrupted everything in my life at that time. It really did. My job, my income, relationships, holy cow, I was like this close, taking a step into a relationship, that close, you know, of a friend. But you know what? COVID turned that baby right around, and you know, like it was a wake-up call for me, you know. So you definitely wanna get out of the box. And I know I'm not going to be able to open this. Oh, you know what? I did bring something here for me because I knew this was going to happen. Is get out of the box. Get out of the box. You know, think outside the box. You number one, you want to be free from all the lies and all the bull, you know, like you've been fed your whole life, you know. And so right here, this is the bigger box, so you might have got free from that box, but then you jumped into this box, you know. This one's actually a little bit smaller, you know, so there's like, this is how the whole matrix stuff is that, you know, like you get out and you're like, oh, I'm really smart, you know, I'm figuring this stuff out, but now you're just in the smaller box that they put you in, you know, and you feel better, you're learning stuff and all that, but then you realize that you're still in another box. So you got to free yourself from being in any of those boxes. You don't want to be in any of box. You want to be free like starlight. Once you get to learn about spirituality and learn about like you know, like about meditation and you know, loving, you know, self-love and healing yourself through meditation, you can be a free little star and you could shine like the star that we are. We all are star. You know, we have stardust in us. You know, so you want to, and that's why I have my name Starlight, is, you know, I knew this long time ago that I was a star seed and a light worker. You know, my brother told me this, you know, he studied a lot of books. You ought to see his apartment, the books that he has read. I mean, books that are like, baby, those books are like thick. And he can actually, he'll tear that apart with his brain and just read it like it's nothing. You know how long it would take Starlight to read a book that thick? Wow, yeah. How far did she get? Yay. So, anyway, you want to think outside the box. You want to get out of that box. You don't want to, you know, really set yourself free. Study, find out about stuff. Watch more YouTube videos. You know, you gotta be wondering what the heck is going on, especially when COVID came. So anyway, I know this is getting long. I didn't know how I was gonna pull this off, but I hope I explained things. I hope it really helped you out to realize that there's different levels of different sized boxes that you can be into. So you might not be able to understand what I'm talking about because you are in that box. You're confined in that box. You want to break free from that box, like Starlight wants to be free from the matrix, you know. So anyway, you know, I love all of you, and you can get free from the matrix, but I'll tell you what, it's a lot of work. You know, it's a lot of work every day, you know, always work on something new, you know. So anyway, I do love you. You can give this video a thumbs up. You can share it with a friend, family, you know, a black cat or dog, and you can ring the notification. I will ring the notification. You can push the button. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you can leave a message down below. And just to let you know, some of this may not make any sense at all. Some things that I put in videos, Starlight went through that. You know, I knew stuff a long time ago, like this was all an illusion. You know how many years ago that I knew that this was all an illusion? Until one day I had a light bulb moment, and then it hit me hard, you know, and it was called a spiritual awakening. Boy, did it hit me hard. So anyway, you can also follow me on Instagram, and that's at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook at Kathy with a K, Ding with Starlight. Anyway, I do love all of you. Thank you so much for being patient for me. I wish I had another box. I thought I had 3, you know, because I was going to break each box up, you know. But anyway, you want to be set free from those boxes. That way, you know, because you're in the dark when you're in those boxes, you know. So think outside the box, you know, be free, you know, Free is your birthright, you know? So anyway, I do love all of you. This is Starlight. Love and light. Peace.